let that motorbike go past. Right, hi, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the Honda Hornet Café Racer build, and we're doing the electrical components that fit on the under tray, electrics tray, under the seat hump. We've got to get everything under there. So what we've got to get underneath is the new battery, which is considerably smaller and lighter than the old battery. So battery, flasher relay, main fuse, and CDI unit, electrical control unit, engine control, engine management, whatever you call it. So basically, we'll go down there. We have got to get in this, 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 and this, and have some room to run wiring out. So it's a bit of a Tetris thing. So, after a bit of playing about, I've made a little cardboard thing. The idea being that CDI unit there on two little metal prongs, main fuse, it was about there, main fuse, flasher relay up the top, and then a removable tray for the battery, because I think the battery's more likely to be in and out than the flasher unit. I could have put the battery underneath. I think it'd be better if a battery was there and a flasher relay thing on top. It's probably better. It'll give me a bit more bend on the cable. So that, like that, like that. That is my idea. What I'll do is I'll go make a better cardboard template, because that one's just collapsing, and I'll see what it looks like. Better cardboard template. See, it won't have a bottom in, but it might have lugs at the side, so I can bolt it down. I could bolt it down on the inside, I just think it might be a bit awkward to get to. So what we'll do is, we've got that in the middle, in there. So there'll be lugs on either side, so that it'll go on to some welded on bolts, and then a couple of nuts to hold it up. Probably two would do it, to be honest. I don't think it'll need more than that. Then that CDI unit to one side sits in there, which leaves loads of room for the flasher relay. Take my word for it. Battery on the top. I'll be able to put a strap over there, and the main fuse can go down there. So that all fits quite nicely. There's space here to start all the cables running out. They'll run down and across. There's enough gap there from where the seat sits on. I've checked that. So that one will go up there. So the other thing is wiring loop, flasher relay and rear lights and indicators, CDI, main fuse, the other fuses. And so this is fuel sensor on the carbs, all the engine-y stuff, it's all down there, coils, regulator, rectifier, and then that's all at the front. So this is the benefit of marking everything up. Basically all of that stuff needs to go in the back. So what I'll do is I'll unwrap all of this tape, get all the wire down in a single wire so I can run it a bit neater. I have to get that in and that in there, then that'll run up one side or the other at the back, and the fuse is in, which should fit quite nicely. Sort of in there somewhere. I'll work that out. But it looks like there's going to be enough room to do it all. Obviously I've got my battery leads and things like that. There's one there that goes from the main fuse to the live. So short of one of them, wouldn't want to run new battery leads in. So all we have to do now, is not knock my tea over, is make sure that the seat actually goes on and clips down. So that all looks pretty good. still clear, and that's in. And the under tray is just still on magnets. I haven't tacked it in yet. My thinking was that if that had pushed that at all, it would just pop that under tray out, and it hasn't. And also it means I can take the under tray out and weld the little lugs on for the other bits and bobs. But that is fine, that's all fitted. There's no problems there. So that is the next step. I need to make this up, 2 little side pieces, so that I can bolt it down. That is the same size as the battery. It could actually be a little bit smaller. The battery's not going to slide off sideways, especially once it's got a strap on it. It won't be going anywhere. I'll put some rubber or something on there, stop it sliding around. There's no weight in it. So next step, make this. So that's all marked out. So all I've got to do is cut that out, bend it to shape. I may, when it comes to the final one, make it out of aluminium just to cut the weight down a little bit. So let's get on with cutting it out. It's cold again, and now we'll bend it. Should be fairly straightforward bend, just going to do it in the ice. I'll put some cardboard in just to stop it marking up, just in case I decide to keep these, but you never know. Okay, so a little bit of tapping out. Need to dress up some of our hammers. Face of that one's quite flat. The little one that I like to use for most stuff, all dented, so I'm going to have to dress that up. That just needs a little bit of tidying up. I'm hoping that should be pretty close. So that's not bad. A little bit rough. Not bad at all for what it is. I may cut some holes in the side to lighten it up, or as I said, I might get some aluminium, make one out of aluminium. It's not particularly lively, but I could bend up one out of aluminium a lot nicer. I need to get something to bend some metal rather than just banging it in the vise. But tidy that up, get rid of the points, round it all off, and we'll see how that works. Right, so that's cut, and if nothing else it'll do for a template just to prove it all works. So if you look down here, the CDI will go under there. It's all sliding about a bit. The main fuse there, flasher relay up at the top, and then that sits nicely on there, and you can get a strap around to strap that battery in. The beauty of these batteries, of course, normally you would be restricted. But these batteries can be mounted upside down, on the side, upright, up, anywhere you want. So that has been drilled, and I've welded the 2 bolts on, still just held in by magnets. So that slips on there, that'll bolt down, and then I shall mark in there for where the CDI engine management unit's going to go, and I think that is going to go just flush with that, so I'll mark that. That gives me gun wash room, so that's going to go there. So that come off, that's going inside that unit to there. So I need 2 little strips of metal just inside there, so that slides on there. Right, so I've welded on the little tabs for the CDI and for the main fuse and put the bolts on, so that is basically ready to go. CDI engine management thing, that goes on there. Main fuse, that was like the live side to the battery. That's my little reminder. This still isn't welded in. That goes on there. And then that goes on there. I haven't done the one for the flasher relay, which is loads of room, because I don't know, if I change the flasher relay, I don't know what it's going to look like. That goes on there. Battery goes on there like that. Okay, so I've unpacked the wiring loom. Lots of stuff off it. You can see where there are joins in the wire. There's one. That's a factory join. That's a non-factory join. There's a join there, and that bit of couple of wires that just don't do anything. They were from the alarm being removed, I think. The only thing I would say is, when you're unpacking this, be careful, don't cut your fingers with a knife, more importantly, probably don't cut the wires. Just take your time, and if you take any E-labels off, put them back on so you know where everything connects to. First one, easiest one, is the ECU. Probably should just pull that off. Right, first one is CDI ECU. So that's that. The main fuse. That. Obviously would be a bit easier if this was all clipped up. Those are your rear lights, may need extending. And then all that we've got to get in is, obviously the flasher relay, which was going up there. All we've got to get in is this fuse box, which I think is going to fit in like that. So that will all go like that. The battery stand, go like that. That will go up there. And the battery would go on there like that. So that is basically it. That would all be tidied up into one strip. As I said before, live, wire from the starter motor to there, that back to the starter motor and grounds. So I need to make something just to stand that in place, but that will fit. Now I've got some of the flex back out the wire. I probably won't have to shorten any of that up. I think that'll all work. That one I think may need extending just round there. Depends how much wire is on the rear lights and indicators, possibly not. Then that will go down and that will run under the tank to all the stuff up at that end. So that looks pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'll put my wiring loop away now so it doesn't get damaged, but I think that's going to work pretty good. Right, that's it for this time, and it's just before Christmas, so I hope everybody has a good Christmas. I'll still continue doing these over Christmas, and hopefully there'll be a video as normal every Wednesday. So if you're enjoying the build, please like, subscribe, and next time I think we'll be getting the seat shape finished, a bit of fiberglassing.